Welcome to Climb a Mountain, an Indy Author's Journey podcast diary with Riley Morrison. This is my fourth episode of this diary, so I hope you're enjoying them. Well, first off, I just want to say my sales have been, how should I put it, rather dead this last, week and a half really. I've probably had averaged about maybe 3 or 4 sales a week at the moment, so yeah, not great. But the answer to that is I'm pretty much letting my AMS ads die for 2 reasons. One, I just can't even be bothered with them anymore in some ways. I just want to preserve what profits I have with the Fasaria books, and I guess running AMS all the time is a gamble and it's a bit of a money sink. Not unless you're lucky and you get really high converting ads. And the other reason is just, yeah, a bit of burnout with it all, I suppose. So I do have an ad running on the UK store and one on the American store, and I don't think the UK one sold anything. It hasn't had that many clicks or impressions either because I'm not bidding that high. The American one hasn't had that many impressions because again I'm bidding close to 30 cents, but in an ideal world that'd be more than enough, but yeah, we're talking AMS here and people are bidding 30 to 50. I've even heard people bidding $1 on some keywords, so that's not something I'm willing to do, especially $1 US is about $1.30 Australian, so that's a lot of money just for one click, and they probably won't buy the book anyway because, yeah, let's be honest. So yeah, it's just dying and there's not much I'm doing about it at the moment. I'm still a fair way from getting book 2 out there. It's going to be definitely a while. I'm probably about 60% of the way through writing that. It's just I haven't had any inkling to go and write book 3, Visaria Online Odyssey. Just the page read things and the other drama burned me out, as I've said before. And then actually, speaking of page reads, people were hit again this month and a lot of people lost a lot of money again and it caused a lot of drama, but thankfully I didn't get hit this time. Not that there's that much more they could take really, like, what are they going to do, take 2,000 page reads or something like that? But yeah, I didn't get hit, and nor did my author friend Mays, so we were lucky, but it really took killing our books to not, to have Amazon leave us alone, basically. So, yeah, I feel sorry for all those people that were hit, but, a lot of them knew this was going to happen, and if they didn't pull out of KU already, I guess it's just going to keep happening to them. I mean, what else can you say? So I finished working on the Heir to a Lost Son book 1. I got a couple of beta readers from my mailing list, perhaps not as many as I'd have liked, but that's not unexpected in a lot of ways. And my beta readers, my newsletter subscribers mostly came from Insta Freebie, and yeah, a lot of people don't have much luck with the Insta Freebie people. I've had a few reach out to me, and I've asked for reviews for Fasaria Online, and I think 6 or 7 reached out to me, not too many. But yeah, most of the time you don't hear from a lot of people, sort of thing. And my original beta reader, Melody, has been very busy lately, so I didn't want to even ask her because, yeah, she's had a lot going on lately. And my Visaria Online beta readers, again, busy, and yeah, he's for Visaria Online. But I feel good getting book 1 of Heir to a Lost Son out of the way. It was definitely good going back to that series. I hope that the new start and the new end actually works, and I need to get onto the second half of it some stage soon. I've also been, this is the funny one, been working on, I just wanted something easy and dumb to get me back into writing, so I started writing a litRPG harem book. And the books are going to be like 6,000 or 7,000, 8,000 words, hopefully each. There's going to be 4 books in the series. I've already written the first one. I'm now writing the second one. And or the way things are going, it's probably going to be closer to 10,000 words, which is a bit longer than I wanted. But yeah, they're just dumb. I mean, litRPG harem. I mean, it's as dumb as it sounds, basically. But yeah, it's a blast to write. It's funny. It's crazy. I mean, it's probably bordering on erotica what I'm writing. I need to look into all the rules and stuff like that. Probably 40% of the book is sort of sex scenes, I suppose. And the other 60% is just the story, like the litRPG story. It's not as anywhere near as in depth as my Fasaria books are litRPG wise, but it's kind of definitely for people into litRPG. It's still going to have stats and just the gaming concepts and all that sort of stuff. But as I don't have that many words to work with, yeah, the character relationships, they're not really going to beat around the bush, I suppose. They're going to be pretty quick into the good, like, at least what people in that genre expect, I guess. All I can say in with them, don't expect terribly deep characters and stuff. Although, I mean, I am going to make especially the female characters all have very distinct sort of strong personalities. They're not necessarily dominant over the male character or anything like that, but yeah, they're going to have distinct, hopefully somewhat funny characters. Some of them, I've got some pretty funny ideas, especially for the book 3 and 4 characters. Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, then again, we're talking a harem here of, I think, 5 women by the end of the series and 1 guy, so of course it's going to be crazy. But harem and reverse harem and just, yeah, they're massive at the moment, and I've always thought of writing in one just because they are so big, and I thought it'd be sort of an easy book to get back into things. I didn't think it'd be as funny as it is to write it, but yeah, it's been pretty hilarious. Just the comedy you can add to it, I suppose, and just the stupid stuff. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm actually also going to be releasing them hopefully all on the same day. My plan is to have book 1 at 99 cents and maybe book 2, 3 and 4 at $2.99. Even though they're not very long books, I just figure, there's people selling short books like that for $2.99 or more. I'm sort of basing them on a book series called Goddess Tamer. So I'm going to try to mimic what Goddess Tamer and a few other books like that are doing. I mean, I'm not investing much into it. Minimal viable product type thing that a lot of authors are doing these days. I didn't particularly want to get into that stuff because, yeah, I think it gives indies a bad name, but, I've already spent lots of money on editing and all the other stuff that you're meant to do, and it hasn't really got me anywhere. Well, it did start getting me places with Fasaria Online, but yeah, then everything happened. So, yeah, minimal viable product basically, which means, I mean, I already have clean writing. I've had 2 editors tell me, Alice and Aaron Wright, and another one, that I have the cleanest writing they've ever edited, and I'm going to do my best to clean it up and everything. But yeah, I'm not paying for an editor. I'm going to get decent covers, but nothing spectacular. I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on a cover, especially for such a risky little thing like this. So I'm probably, hopefully, not going to spend more than $50 for the entire series. Okay, there's sirens out there now. Yeah, not going to spend more than $50 for the entire series. So it's not going to be much of a risk. I mean, I hope it makes its money back, is about all I can say. And I'm going to be releasing it under a pen name, obviously, because, yeah, I didn't imagine myself writing pretty extreme sex scenes and stuff. So the next thing I'll be doing is researching a bit into what's classed as erotica, what isn't, and just, I know Amazon's terms of service rules are pretty vague around it. So yeah, I need to be careful. And on the note of Amazon, I'm probably going to go Amazon exclusive with them at first. I know Smashwords and stuff is big for erotica, but I just want to start with Amazon and KU just to see how it goes. I am worried about it, especially now that litRPG is still being hit for page reads. I can imagine that this series will also be hit for page reads. I mean, I need to keep an eye on things. The problem is I don't particularly want to wait until next month before I release them. I want to get them out there as soon as possible. Just because, I just see there's not that much of a risk. I just get it out there under a pen name, whatever. They either make money or they don't. I'm just worried that Amazon at the moment is not terminating people for the page read things, but who knows where that'll be in a couple of months' time. I hope they keep it the way it is now. I mean, it's bad that people are losing half their page reads or more and everything is so uncertain, but that still beats having your account terminated. Them just taking page reads. So I really hope the bots leave litRPG alone and reverse harem and everything else they're hitting. Amazon's just been crazy the last 2 or 3 months, really. Or even this, I mean, it's always crazy to an extent, what am I saying? But yeah, it's just gone off the charts basically lately, I guess. So in the next week, I'm going to be hopefully finishing, well, I'd love to finish that entire harem series, as they're only short books. I had to do some planning and stuff, like creating characters, character classes, abilities, all that type of stuff. But it's nowhere near as in-depth as Vesaria Online, and I actually just copied and pasted some of the Vesaria Online stuff. I made it different enough. I don't want people to say this guy copied off Vesaria Online or anything like that. But yeah, there is some copy and paste stuff. I just rename stuff or whatever. So I'm hoping to finish that. I should have the covers by then, which would be cool. And I guess get to work on part 2 of the Heir to a Lost Son book. I need to work out what I'm going to do with the covers of that series and what I'm going to do for book 2's cover. I just don't think I can get the original cover designer when she's got 1.5 years or more wait list, and I really hope she can at least change a few details on the covers as is, like, the book numbers, and I'm still tossing up whether I rename the series or definitely the tagline. The tagline's a Cavendish Dilemma novel, but maybe it needs to be something else that's sort of more keyword-rich type thing. At any rate, when I go to release this litRPG harem, I'm going to try my best to make it a hit again. I'm going to research categories, keywords, all that sort of stuff with KDP Rocket. So I want to, if I can have another hit book that becomes an Amazon bestseller again, I've proved to myself that I can do it more than once. It wasn't just like a fluke. And yeah, I really hope I can do that again. Although, I mean, again, I'm not expecting much. They're short books. That alone is going to turn a lot of people off. So we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, on that note, thanks for listening, everyone. Take care.